Hey, beautiful soul. So, I wanted to share something that has been definitely like in my field for a minute here that's desiring to come forth. I'm sensing a lot of energies around being in the in between. Have you been feeling that rawness, almost like you're so energy sensitive, almost like if you've been in the plant medicine space, you know exactly what I'm talking about feeling like blasted wide open, um, a very vulnerable feeling. Maybe you go to a yoga studio or a store or places that you usually would feel fine at, and but now all of a sudden you're feeling like your nervous system is reacting to the environment. Even if it's usually a peaceful environment, you're just feeling like very open to other people's energies. um, and I want to share that you're just in the in between. You're just in the in between, and there are many in the collective that are finding themselves in this uncomfortable, raw, and vulnerable space that is bringing them into a lot of self-blame or a lot of guilt or a lot of, when we're on our spiritual journey, you feel like, I should be past this. Why am I not? I already know better. You know, like that blame and shame and message kind of pops in your head at times. But really, it's totally normal to be in this place. If we want to find comfort in these spaces, we honestly can look to nature. Nature is our greatest teacher and our greatest mirror, our greatest reflection. And when we look out in nature, about two animals, let's say, we see a snake. A snake goes through this same process. We're in the transformation stage where we've shed our old skin. We no longer fit in that old skin. That old skin is gone. But we also are not fully embodied and grounded into our new skin. Our new skin is there, but it's very raw and vulnerable. A snake, when it's crawling along the ground and hits and butts up against a rock, when it's in that very vulnerable skin state, that very soft, fragile, vulnerable state of its skin, where the skin has not hardened fully yet and become almost like that armor of a snake. It hasn't developed into that fully yet. So when it gets scratched by something, it bleeds a lot more. Or let's look to a hermit crab. When a hermit crab leaves and has outgrown its old shell, it has to transfer into a new shell. But in that in between, as it's walking from the old shell to the new shell, it is completely vulnerable. If it hits something, that it can hurt itself. It's very sensitive to other energies, to anything that's coming around. We're in a vulnerable space. So I just want to share that there's nothing wrong with you, that this is a time where you are being called to deeper self-care, more meditative time, more spaces where you can be with yourself, to surround yourself in a white light, a crystal and golden sphere of love, to help you strengthen into this new shell. Call forth, I invite you to call forth with eyes closed. Ask your highest awareness to come to you from every time, space, reality, dimensions, from the past, from the future, from any projections that you have going on, and call your awareness back to you now and invite it into your body so that you can be embodied and fill up those places within yourself that have been a little bit emptied throughout this transition process. And spend more time alone, spend more time out in nature, which you're never alone, right? And go into nature. Harden and not harden, but lean into your self-care practices at this time to help you while you're going through this transition phase. It will get better, so trust that your embodiment is on its way. It's It's happening now. It just has to move through all the different layers of your auric field so that it can embody into you physically. Um, and if you'd like to have any more support on this or any more guidance on this, please check out my website, where you can, yeah, book a session with me, a vibe check with me that's completely free, and I can see what we can work together to make sure that you have the much needed support in this time. I love you, and yeah, just a friendly reminder that nothing is wrong with you, that you are perfect just as you are, and you're just going through a transition phase. All right, so I will talk to you soon, and have a beautiful rest of your day.